up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna let this video finish playing. Can y'all hear me? I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to find my Lord. Sorry about that. I was supposed to have John and Jade on, and they were up extremely late, and so they aren't gonna make it. We're going to redo. Let's see. Let me move me. Nope, nope. There, I'm gonna do that. That way we can see her. That's the important one right now. Do you not have premium? See, I have premium, so I don't even pay attention when people have ads on. If it's crazy with the ads, I thought I had it balanced. I can go fix it, guys. Y'all just let me know. Yeah, and I have it on a balance. Like, it's not even supposed to be like heavy duty ads. I didn't want to miss coming live and talking about Aubrey at any chance I get. So I will come back and do it again with her family. I know they're going to be on Into the Weeds tomorrow, or military radio tomorrow. So I don't know if maybe they want to try to do it again tonight or sometime tomorrow or early this week. I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to have Shane on with why can't I remember? I just put it in the chat. Why can I not remember what the name of his platform is? Child Safety Soldiers. Why can I not remember that? It's so easy. It's an amazing. And y'all, the work he's doing, he's actually headed out right now to go and hit up some of these guys that are involved in Aubrey's case. So they're not going to be on our show, but I'm not sure who else they may be on. Okay. So there was a little bit of an update, and they are super excited about this update. They have a meeting on Monday with the FBI. The FBI are now stepping in to take over or join in. I'm not sure if it's taking over or joining in with what's going on with Aubrey's case. If you're new to Aubrey's case, Aubrey is a runaway. She ran away on January 10th from her home in Palmer Township, Pennsylvania. So she has had the help of adults. I don't understand, which I'm from Texas, so I don't know PA laws, and I am going to look them up to try and understand them a little bit more. In Texas, that's harboring a runaway, and that's serious business. You get in trouble. I don't know why there hasn't been some more acquisitions going into what's going on with that. Maybe there will be. I don't know. If you have seen the girl that I was playing in that video, I'm going to play it again here in a minute. I'm just going to keep playing it while we're talking. This girl that's on the screen right now, this is Enci Aubrey Wu. If you have seen her, call that number, call 911, whatever you have to do, take pictures and follow her. Stay on top of where she is. Do not take your eyes off until police show up. She has had some very unsavory individuals following her in her social medias and helping her. It's a very, very dire situation right now. So we must stay on top of this. This young girl, and most teenagers, or many teenagers, I'll say many, not most, go through a time where they fight depression. They're fighting so many things. It's a different world than when I was a teenager. It was rough when I was a teenager. It's even worse now with social media. And I drop the link a while ago. If there is anybody that wants to come up and talk with me on this, please click the link. I don't know. I thought I did. I do not see it now. Again, I don't want to miss the chance to have this discussion about Aubrey. Mozzie says, "Hi, Brandy. I've been wondering about this case since I saw the parents on a podcast. It's very confusing. It is very, very confusing." So Aubrey was going through a very challenging time. Now, she is a great student. She is extremely, extremely smart. And Bubbles is working overtime down there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you leave me a thumbs up. That puts us in the algorithm. Share this out, and a thumbs up gets this in the algorithm and gets this young girl's face out on YouTube. And that's what we want right now. and it's also a free way to help the channel, and I really appreciate you guys. For those of you that have recently done memberships, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I had a couple do the buy me a coffee. You touched me. I was so tickled when I got the first message of the first one. It's like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. I don't know if you want me to give your names out, so I will not. But thank you. I appreciate you. But Aubrey is a 15-year-old who she just seems like a normal teenager. She's good in school. She's got friends. She's got a social life. She has got a mom and a stepdad very active. I know that John takes a lot of heat for his role. And so I am asking that people be respectful, because I'm not going to attack these parents. I think they did the best that they could with what they had and what they knew. We can always look at a situation from the outside and say they should have done this and this and this. But we're not in their shoes. So thank you again, guys, for smashing and sharing. Appreciate it. And you know what? My mods, y'all need to go make y'all a buy me a coffee thing and drop you links in there. Because my mods are amazing. They work overtime. They have been really helping me this week with more information on Aubrey. And so what we know is there was, thank you, Rebrand. You're amazing. You are amazing. And if you got that membership, make sure to thank Rebrand. You're amazing. It'll show me who got it. Oh, Jojo got it. Is that, do I say that right? Jojo Fo Show. Is that, am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. And Rebrand did it again. And Joe got that one. Thank you, Rebrand. I've missed my Rebrand. So, and we are doing a lot more over in memberships. I covered this story the other day in memberships. I shared some videos of Shane and his work. He is going to send me a whole bunch more so we can really promote his show. Guys, this dude is amazing in the work he does. I am fascinated. He is a true hero. But sorry, I am all over the place. Sorry. So, they noticed Aubrey slipping. Like, they noticed she was getting in trouble, or not really getting in trouble, but maybe just not getting assignments turned in, grades dropping. They noticed the hotspot had been maxed out early on in the month, and they asked her. She said she was lending her Wi-Fi. Hey, Kendall, do you want the link? I don't know if you can have time to come up. That she was lending her hotspot to friends. Sometimes I think YouTube is kind of weird. If they've subscribed in the channel and turned on their gifts memberships, it'll give it to them. Or if they're silently watching, and that's okay too. I never get gifted memberships to channels, because when I did this channel, I did it as a brand channel. So I can't get memberships. And if I buy a membership, it puts it on my other plain account and nobody knows who it is. And it's like, sorry. So I probably shouldn't have done a brand channel. I don't know. I don't know if I can fix that. And Kendall has been working all day and she just got off. So I don't know if she even wants to come up. Oh, my tummy hurts. And so they started talking to Aubrey, okay, hold on. The Wi-Fi, the hotspot. They get to looking into it and they realize that she's got other devices. Things aren't adding up. And so they start talking to her. They give her, they get her help. They start seeing some therapists. They're doing counseling. The therapist has them set her up like a schedule, I guess you could call it, where there's a list of her chores and what she has to do every day. And so they're doing that. She asked them to do it in a spreadsheet, which I am this way when I do my own chores this way. And yeah, I'm an adult, but if I don't have it scheduled, I get sidetracked and don't get it done. So, and I do it, when I go on I bought me a calendar that it's a magnetized calendar for my refrigerator. And I write on there what I got to do every day. And I go and check it off and I redo it every week. And that helps me stay focused. And So, and she was doing that and she was thriving. She has a cat, beautiful orange cat that is her baby that was with her constantly. She left the cat. The cat is missing her dearly. Um, Aubrey's last name is Wu, W-U. Uh, her mom is Jade and her stepdad is John. Um, and John rubs people wrong. And, and I'm watching that and I'm like, I can see why he rubs people wrong. He is very much a go-getter. I listened to Jade the other day say that she is so thankful to have a husband like him because he gets in there and just gets it done. And there, I was just talking about child safety. Guys, Shane over here, I absolutely love him. He says, was a pleasure speaking to you over the phone. Thank you to all of you that are sharing Aubrey's photo and info. Please, everyone, share her photo and flyer on your social media accounts. The family thanks you. And we thank you for all of the work you're doing, Shane. You guys are amazing. Like I told you guys, he is coming on. We are going to cover what he does in a whole, not just on Aubrey's case, but he's got other cases he's working on. People like him, true heroes, guys, true heroes. The work they're doing, these guys are sick out there and he is busting them. And like I played for members only, his video that he's got up of when he does in the park and his voice, he does voice stuff and he drops it down to like a 13, 14-year-old girl. And it's amazing. He's this big old dude with this little baby voice. It's so hilarious. And then to watch him bust their ass is even funnier. I keep waiting for one where they bow up to him and he knocks them on their ass, but I don't know if he's got any of those videos, but But they started doing this with Aubrey and they had come to a point where they were fixing to dig down and figure out where these other devices were. They knew something was going on. They had laid down in the afternoon to take a nap. They were absolutely exhausted. And when they woke up to, yes, Bubbles, please share his link for me. And they woke up to the police at their door for a wellness check. Aubrey's boyfriend and his mother had called a wellness check. And they go to looking for Aubrey and Aubrey's gone. And so what they have learned from cameras from the neighbors is she went out her bedroom onto the roof to the neighbor's porch area and down the back alley. And she has been seen in other areas of the town. Another adult woman picked her up, or didn't pick her up. I guess she was in her yard and she gave her refuge, took her in as somebody who was terrified and in an abused home. Okay, and I know people are saying, well, there's probably some truth to that if she feels like she was being abused. Many times, guys, many times teenagers feel like the rules and regulations they have to abide by in their homes is abuse. That doesn't warrant abuse. Because her family was strict and she wasn't allowed in different rooms, that is not abuse. That's a strict home. That's a home with rules. Sorry, not sorry. I have seen nothing with any kind of proof of abuse. Nothing. And look, y'all know if I see it, I'll call it out. But there's nothing with any kind of proof of that. This was a teenager who probably did not lack the restraints. She had already been done dirty on social media by a predator. And so, and her story, guys, is why we've got to watch our social media with our children. Protect your children at all costs when it comes to social media. Know what's on their phone, watch their devices. Don't just let them free-nilly on the internet because it is dangerous out there. Right, random chick. We don't like to discredit children automatically when they ask for help. However, when they ask for help, what they should have done is called the law and got the law involved. You let the law look into it. Because let me tell you what I always told my kids. I welcome CPS to come to my home. I don't have kids at home now, so it's kind of a moot point. But when my kids were little, I never was, is it scary to have them involved? Yes, it is. Do you want them involved? Not really, because it makes life difficult, right? But if you have nothing to hide, work with CPS. let them come in and say, this is kind of crossing a boundary, that you need to do it differently. Let them help you get the resources that you need to take care of your children. I want to be able to see. There, now we got the number. I'm on the very bottom, so you can't quite see me, but I want everybody to see these numbers up there. Those numbers, and that picture is more important than me. Bubble says we have to get to the proper authorities, or people not give them a ride to contribute to bad decisions. Exactly. We've had people hiding her and letting her escape and get away from her parents and authorities. If you feel this teenager is being abused, your job is to get to the authorities and not harbor a runaway, because now what we have is a teenager who is at the mercy of unsavory people, predators out there that prey on these young ladies and young men. Boys are preyed upon just as much as girls. And so we have to do it the right way. And so now what we are asking you is, please, 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 if you see this young woman, and let me get back to this video. We're going to play this video again. I don't have any music to this video. I'm just going to let this video play while I'm talking. I need StreamYard to put this where it's easier to find. This young woman that I am playing across the screen here, please, please, if you see her, call the authorities. Call that number on the screen. Okay. I wanted to make sure you could still hear me. Call 911. Call that number on the screen. Do not take your eyes off of her. Find out where she's going. Track her movement. She evidently has this tattoo on her hand. That's important to look for. She's got the earrings on her ears. She may have taken those out. I'm going to actually do some more work on a video. I did this last minute because I had been meaning to do it and totally forgot. That it's that ADHD thing that I have where I get so sidetracked and I like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that. But we need to bring Aubrey home. You know, I had mentioned to you guys wanting to talk about Emily Pike and what happened to her and why nobody was talking about that. I'm still going to do that because her story is very important. To find who took that young girl's life is very important. But right now we are at a dire situation of finding this young woman right here. Oh, I forgot to hit keep playing. Loop that so it'll keep playing. This is dire. Kathleen, no worries. The parents were going to be here with me today. They are absolutely exhausted from yesterday. They were filming very late last night, so they are not here. They may join. I have sent the link. If they do, we will continue this conversation. If not, we're going to do this conversation again because I do want them on. Shane with Child Safety Warriors is going to come on at some point. I'm going to do an interview with him. I told him to do it this week. I want to showcase what he does and what he's doing for Aubrey. And there are other young girls out there that are being preyed upon by these absolutely disgusting human beings. And so we're going to do this. But right now, this young woman is taking precedent over everything else I've wanted to talk about. There's major cases that are out there to talk about right now, but nothing is more important than this young girl and others out there. So I did tell you guys we were going to start covering one of these a month. This one right here is ours for now. We need to bring her home. We need to bring Aubrey home. No phone calls. So she was, let me go back to where we were at with her. She was with a woman named Faye. She had tried to get with the boyfriend and his mom turned her away. I don't understand why. We can be frustrated with that, but at least she didn't harbor her. I wish I don't understand had any of these adults called 911 or just even not the 911 number, but their local department. They could have stopped um, this issue. This family, Jade was crying last night, and I just absolutely, or yesterday, they had a protest out in front of the courthouse, and it just breaks my heart to listen to this mama. Did they do everything right? Probably not. But you know what? I'm not judging them on any of that. Yes, into the weeds. She harbored her for 23 hours and took her over state lines, and that is criminal. I do not understand why law enforcement's not doing something about that. Um, the fact that she was taken over state lines is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Giving her safe haven, okay, I could give you that, but still, why didn't you call authorities? I don't understand. Do not understand that at all. Makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. But like I was saying, people I wish would not beat these parents up. We are looking at the things they have shared and all that had been doing to get her the help that she needed in the struggles they were finding. When we see our kids doing things they're not supposed to, we set boundaries, we set guidelines, and all of that. That is proper parenting. That's what we do. Could it have been a little harsh? Maybe, who knows? But that's not my home, right? That's not my child. My kids had a very strict upbringing. When they finally got cell phones, they had to turn them off at 9 o'clock. My husband is a stickler about that phone after 9 o'clock, and it drove me nuts. On the weekends, I'm like, let them have their phones. He's like, no, 9 o'clock, phone's mine. And it drove my kids crazy. They thought it was mean and cruel, and to this day, whine and complain about it in their 20s and 30s. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Dad was just funny that way, and like when he gets on the phone after 9 o'clock, and they're like, wait, Dad, we couldn't be on the phone after 9 o'clock. And so I don't see that is a big deal. I understand Aubrey thought it was a big deal, but to attack these parents and say that they need to take accountability for what they were doing to make home life rough for her, I think people need to take a seat with that. I don't think that's fair. I think that is cruel. Because we have a mama who was terrified of where her daughter is and who her daughter is connected to now and what's been done to her daughter and trying to find her daughter. And right now that should take precedent. I think there's nobody going to beat themselves up more than these two when it comes to what's going on and why Aubrey is gone. And so Shane says, John G is a father doing all and everything he can to find his little girl. Both Jade and John are devastated from this, and people need to think, what would I do if it were my child? Unimaginable. Exactly 100%. Yes, Into the Weeds is right. Their child protective service person set the boundaries and perimeters of Aubrey's life, from what I understand. That is how I was understanding it too, that them working with the counselor, this is what the counselor said we need to be doing right now for her. This is what she needs. And those things were set into place. So to question that and judge that, to me, is unfair and uncalled for. And unless it is your child that you're facing these kind of situations with, you need to take a seat, period. I was pretty strict and told my mods, I usually kind of let my chat have an opinion. I'm usually not one to set hard boundaries. And I'm like, they cannot come in here and bash the family. Nope. Delete the comments, give a warning. If they do it again, time them out, because I'm just not going. I've watched that with Sebastian Rogers' case, and they have made a mockery of Sebastian Rogers at this point. It is disgusting to watch these content creators on the Sebastian Rogers case. And I did a live not long ago calling these people out, even the own dad with some very shady things on here. And it's like, this is not what this case is about. It's supposed to be about finding the child, and you guys have forgotten it. So in my chat, we ain't going to do that. It's about finding this beautiful young lady on this screen. Into the Weeds says, yes, because a 35-year-old man picked her up from her middle school while being escorted by the security guard. It's just insane. Insane. The one that I shared the other day that had been in the DMs with Aubrey, it's the one that Shane had gone to his house and questioning. The guy owned it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I sent her dick pics. I did this. I did that. He has been arrested, guys. So there is a little bit of justice there. We've got one more of them off the streets. Shane is on the case to get a few more off the streets today, and I'm hoping he comes back with some praise reports on those. It is insane to me that these people who have monitors on are not being monitored appropriately. I mean, we've complained about it happening with people like Anthony Soule, the serial killer. I mean, even Evan Kemper, the serial killer. We're talking about serial killers that get out and do those things. Child predators are the same level of crazy and dangerous as a serial killer, because what happens to these children when they are children damages them for years and years and years, and not everybody heals from that kind of damage. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that one, Amber, and see if I'm hot, and see if he was arrested. And maybe Shane knows if the one at the school, the 35-year-old, hey Shane, if you're listening still, the 35-year-old that picked her up at the school, has he been arrested? Shane will know. But this is absolutely, hey millennial, this young girl is in absolute danger. No, he has not been arrested yet. Okay, well, let's hope he does soon. The damage, I was not a victim of a predator like these guys, but I was a victim to being molested as a child by an uncle, and that damage took years and years and years of therapy to overcome. I believe we are on his ass, Shane says. Oh, I had so many laughs on the phone with him a while ago. It's so much fun. I can't wait to have him on. He is a hoot. But in the damage that was caused just from the family's reaction to what happened and what didn't happen, to him for what he did to me as a child. And I became so overly protective of my children. And to the point of it was hard sometimes to let them grow up, and it was hard to let them live life. Oh, rebrand, that breaks my heart. I'm so sorry, honey. And it's everlasting like that. I am truly healed from the trauma of my childhood. But it took therapy and it took walking a very specific road to get there. But I can tell you what, there are things that still trigger me to this day. That after the fact, I sit there and go, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I triggered by this right now? Because he means nothing and I am healed from that. But it's true. The things that happen to us in our childhood while our brains are still forming is everlasting. It doesn't go away. And so these predators are basically the same level as a serial killer. They do the same kind of damage to somebody. You take their life. Rebrand says, I get that, Brandy. I never remarried or invited a man into my house to protect my kids. Once the kids were grown, that protection transferred to my grandchildren. Absolutely. I have been so protective of my oldest grandson and my daughter and the relationship she was in, and so overly protective and involved in protecting him. And he's a boy, he's not a girl. And now the man that she's married to now, Taylor, is amazing. I love my son-in-law. If I could have flipped through a book and picked him for her, he would have been the one. Look, I get emotional because he has taken her and my grandson and loved them through their trauma and helped them heal. Oh, damn it, I'm crying. And I can finally rest and not have to worry about my grandson and whether or not he's going to be hit or talked to horribly, because her ex didn't hit him, because God knows he knows that I killed him. But he was very derogatory and scary, like in his voice and his presence. And he just brought things around that didn't need to be there. And we have found out that he actually preyed upon his own daughter. The man's hiding now because he knows I know. He's lucky in New Jersey. I'd be sitting Shane on him. Sending Shane. Never mind. Y'all know what I'm saying. I can't even get my words out. Kathleen says, I worry if I can't reach my grown children. Oh, yes. Yes, Kathleen. If I'm texting and nobody's texting back, I'm like, I'm fixing to call 911. And then they find, Mom, chill out. I'm like, no, I was freaking out. You know, my oldest, and I've shared her story a little bit, struggles with alcohol addiction. And when there's something that happens and none of us have heard from her, and we hear about a wreck in the area we know she's in, we all start freaking out. And so it is one of those things that it just is. It's ingrained in us. Bubbles says, God forbid anything ever happened to one of our grandbabies. My hubs has already said he's just going to go to prison. I've told my own children, if you don't think I won't cop a charge on your ass for defending my grandchild, you got another thing coming. Because I love them, and I always never understood this. Grandchildren are that blessing for surviving raising your own children. I'm just telling you guys, if you don't have grandchildren yet, just know when they get here, all of the hell you go through teenage years with your children and the hell they put you through, it's so worth it when the grandbabies get here, because they are just chef's kiss. And I have Jason and Waylon now, and Waylon is 8 months old, 9 months old, 8 months old, 8 months old. And I'm going to tell you what, and Jason's 13. And I have these hard conversations with Jason about predators on the internet. And I look at Waylon and want to cry, because I fear what could happen and what he has to face that we didn't have to face back then. Y'all are chatty. Hold on. I don't want to miss anything. Rebrand says, I love this rebrand. Fuck that. My grandbabies are my revenge on my kids. My daughter called me one day and she says, or she texted me, and all I got was, can you cancel the curse? And then she texted me back, I am sorry for everything I ever did. And I called her and I'm like, what happened? And she was like, this boy. Oh my God. I now feel so horrible for fighting you about food and fighting you on this. And like, oh, please help. I just laughed. Because he tests her. Boy, he tests her. Yes, we are getting some real hard life lessons on the dangers that can ruin a young girl's online. Yep. And trigger warning, if you're joining, this content, I probably should have already done a trigger warning. I should have had it run across the screen. I apologize if it's triggering anybody. That was never anybody's intent, but we have got to get this story out there. Aubrey's story and many other young girls' story and young men's stories out there about these predators. These predators have got to be taken off the street. You know, I get it. It is possible. I have seen it happen that we have somebody who is a predator. They go into prison, they do the work, they come out, and they never offend again. It does happen. It is few and far between. It does happen. I know somebody personally in my own life that is living testament to that. But it doesn't change the fact that he damaged a young girl, and these predators do. We've got to do something to protect our children. We've learned so many. My kids, Rebrand says, I constantly hear about how my grandson is being difficult, but he's an angel for me. The difference is I've learned a few things, laughing my ass off. My kids when something happens and they're like expecting their dad to like tear into Jason and like being the hard ass that he was for them, my daughter will sit there and look at him like, are you fucking, she's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, where's the dad I grew up with? The mean asshole that was like a no, nonsense kind of guy. And you're like, let him get away with it. Like, I'm the grandfather. I don't have to be a jerk. But Jason is for me. So, and Into the Weeds says, I didn't realize human trafficking was a thing really until I got introduced to Rafa International. It is scary stuff. So, about 16, 17 years ago, when I was back a part of a church, and y'all know me and my church thing, it's not a thing I do anymore. I'm not at all for organized religion. I understand some are, do your thing. Back when I was, we began working with the sex trafficking industry and learning what it was about and how to protect people. And the fact of I-10 corridor that runs from all the way through Houston was a main transport for sex trafficking. And they were busting houses in Houston that were holding these women. And learning how dangerous that was shocked me. Because you think it's one of those things that doesn't affect you, right? It's not one of those things. And sadly, that's not the case. We can all be touched by it so easily. And we have got to put a stop to it. We have got to see something, say something, flat out. Flat out. So if you are just joining us, this beautiful picture on the screen is Enci Aubrey Wu out of Palmer Township, Pennsylvania. She is a runaway as of January 10th, 2025. Be on the lookout for her. If you see her, call 911 or the number that is on the screen. My chin's itching. Keep your eyes on her. Take pictures and videos. Anything, any kind of identifying information you can, give it to law enforcement. We have got to find her. This is an endangered teenager at this point. She needs everyone's eyes on her. Kathleen, oh, you live in Houston? I am over in the Belmont area, not far, a couple hours from Houston. I go to Houston constantly for doctor's appointments. Rebrand says January 10th. Why are we just hearing about this? Because a few of us on social media have started pushing hard. They have been boots on the ground like crazy in Pennsylvania. They have been knocking on doors and knocking heads together. Stepdad even got, if I'm understanding it correctly, got a harassment charge because he knocked on the door and refused to back down on somebody that was connected to Aubrey. If I'm understanding that story correctly, if I have that wrong, I apologize. But it's the other day in my live, Into the Weeds came in and said they had them on, or were having them on, and to look at her case. And I watched their video and got to look in and was like, I've got to do this. Just answer the next question. But these guys, they are tirelessly trying to get her out there. They were at the courthouse yesterday. They do have an appointment with the FBI Monday, which is amazing. That is good news. Absolutely good news to have the FBI finally getting involved. That is steps forward. Shane is out today, knocking on some more doors and bringing a few more people in, because there were a lot of predators in this young woman's life. A lot of people. And that, I mean, one is too many, right? Just one is way too many. This young woman had a lot. A lot. And so if you are the praying type, even if it's any spirituality that you do believe in, send it their way, because this family is going to need everything out there to help her heal from what is going on. This is not over by a long shot. Even when they find her, it's not over by a long shot. They have got a lot of work ahead of them. They need everyone praying and sending positive vibes their way. Into the Weeds says the FBI should have already been involved, considering Homeland Security was involved with the first incident. Absolutely. I think it's weird that it's been slow going. So slow going, and I don't understand that. I think maybe we need to look at changing some laws with missing children. I mean, they had things changed with Adam Walsh and with Amber Alerts and things like that. Maybe we need some more work. And I did see that Sarah Turney is pushing for this too. Who was the other one? Klaus. What is her name? Amber, what is her name? I know what it is. The Klaus Foundation. Step in to start sharing. Oh, what is the name of the foundation? I'll wait for Amber. I don't know why it just totally blanked out of my memory. Polyclass Foundation. Gabby Petito's foundation is joining forces to help get this out. So we do have some of the ones that are out trying to make change, speaking out and putting her out there and getting eyes on this. And that is amazing. Rebrand, you're right. She says, well, woke culture has given teens too many rights. Sorry if that pisses anyone off. I agree with that. I agree with that. There are things that we did when my children were young that we do now. If you do now, it's considered invading their privacy, and they have rights. You know what? Here's the thing. You know how I grew up? Until you were 18 and moved out of the house, you didn't have no fucking rights. And that's how my kids look at it with their kids. And so, and with me doing true crime, they hear too many stories. And when things happen and I'm like on the phone going, don't do this. Yes, Polyclass, her story breaks my heart. Class kids, yep. There it is. Thank you, Shane. I was like, I know what it is, but I sure as hell can't think of it. That's called menopause brain. There it goes. So, all right. Well, we've done close to an hour of getting her out here just a little bit, guys. I apologize. I know I was supposed to have the parents on. They are absolutely exhausted. We will have them on soon as they can make it happen. I may not be able to give as much of a notice as this one, but that's okay. We'll still get it out there. We'll still push it. People can watch the replay, share the replay. If you're just coming in, make sure you share this out there, share these pictures out there. Any content creator has the right to use anything I've had on here. The videos I've done, I will post them, share them, take them and put them out there. It's not about me. It's about getting this young woman's face out there and bringing attention to this and bringing her home, period. But I will have the parents on as soon as they are available. I'm going to have Shane on. Me and Shane are going to put this together for this week. I want you guys to hear his story, hear what he's doing, hear the ones he has helped. Shane, how many was it you told me earlier that you have brought to justice? I forgot the number already. See, short-term memory. Rebrand, that is a question I was going to ask Jade. I don't know if anybody else knows. Amber, if you know, can you drop in the chat what the real father's role is? Because I have not heard anything about him. Okay, so she's never met him and he's not in her life. I was thinking that might have been what I heard, but I wasn't sure. So, and I don't know if she's figured out who he is. I don't know. He's not involved at law, Chris says. Okay. So, and you know what? And And that is hard as a young girl. I mean, I think that John has been a good stepdad to her and truly loves her, and he has taken that role. But I can tell you, as a young girl, we want our daddies, and sometimes that does affect us. Is that something that might be going on in her mind? I don't know, because I am not Aubrey. I am not Aubrey. So that's hard to say. I don't know, Rebrand, but I will ask that question. That is one question I will make sure to ask the parents. Because that is an avenue to think about. Could he be behind the scenes and pulling strings we don't know about? Yes, Amber and Millennial. I'm not like our counterpart on the interwebs of striking people for using content. Got a few days for my copyright strike. We'll see what happens. And I had to go there. Yeah, Into the Weeds says it looks like a much more elaborate thing than just her looking for her dad. Yeah. He's gotten hundreds of pedo types off of the streets. And so, but him and I are going to work on figuring out a live for this week. And I'm going to have the parents on very soon as they can possibly do this. I will try to move things around the best that I can to help them get on here. They've been together several years. So it's been a while. I don't want to miss questions because I know y'all are coming with some questions about it. And yes, if you have a case you want us to talk about, email me, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments. We have a really good list going, and Aubrey has taken over that for this week. She has been our focus this week. We have been getting information and things together, and I'm definitely going to try to put some more lives together on her. I'm trying to get some of these other bigger content creators I know to share this and talk about this. Sometimes it's a lot about numbers for some, and that's okay. But anyways, guys, I am going to hop off of here. You guys have a great Saturday. And yes, Bubble says, Aubrey, we got you, sweet girl. That's a fact. You have your own little army pushing for you, baby girl, and we are going to do everything in our power to get you the help that you need. Oh, absolutely. Anytime, Kathleen. Anytime. And we're going to do some more on this. Well, Rebrand, send this information to your Pittsburgh family so they can share her picture, the flyers. They do have a flyer. I will actually post the actual flyer on my community tab. That way people can take that and share that out. Yeah, this young girl, Mozzie, you are correct. This young girl is smart. She is smart, and she is moving some pieces. And so, well, the FBI update will be Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday. You don't push the weekend so fast, Bubbles. So as soon as we have an update on Monday, I can always do a short on that update and get that out there for you guys. Or maybe I can get them on for Monday. We'll see. Whatever they are up to doing, we will do. Let's bring Aubrey home, guys. Let's bring Aubrey home. But anyways, you guys have an amazing day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Share this out. Share it with as many as you can. The video I have playing up right now, I've got a few things I want to do to it. Give me an hour or so. I will post it back on YouTube all by itself, and you guys can, and I'll put it on TikTok. You guys push it out there. We want Aubrey home. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. But you guys have a great day and enjoy your weekend. And I will see you guys very soon.
No, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head